back to my channel. It's Jessica and Abby and Lily. They're hanging out back there. Today I have a nice video for you. I have a video for you about makeup brushes. Drugstore makeup brushes, or brushes for those who might not be able to drop a lot of money on a nice set of brushes. I'm going to go ahead and go over all the brushes that I first started out with and that have held up really well, and then as I slowly build my higher end brush collection, those absolute necessity brushes that cannot be found anywhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Oh, and if you'd like to learn how to do this makeup look that I have on right now, go ahead and subscribe and leave me a comment down below. I do have a tutorial coming up next week using the Lorac Pro Palette. And this will be my nighttime look, and then I will also have a day look going up as well that you can, that's appropriate for school or work or wherever you want to wear it to. But hey, I would wear this to work, so. All right, let's get started. When I first got into makeup, I did go out and buy a lot of different drugstore brushes that I thought looked like good quality, but then they were basically crap and I ended up throwing them away. One of the first makeup drugstore brushes I picked up were the EcoTools brushes. And I will say some upheld better than others, but I will tell you right now, I did buy the long set, and I don't know where the rest of mine are, but they look like this, and I think they come in 5 or 6 brushes, and you can get these anywhere, Walmart, Walgreens, any type of drugstore. They have the long set, and then they also have the short set. The only thing I don't like about is the short set, how it gets lost within all my other brushes. I don't ever hardly use these anymore just because they are short. I wish they would go back and redo all their brushes to be the more longer versions rather than the short version. Also, when I was at Target the other day, I did see a bigger kabuki, but it was more of a rectangular brush. It really reminded me of the NARS Ita brush that's used for contouring. But it was probably about $12, which really surprised me because it's a drugstore brush and I didn't feel like spending that much money that day on it, but I wouldn't mind trying it one of these. But if you have tried that brush, let me know what you think below, and maybe I'll go ahead and pick it up. But I do like the EcoTools brushes. I've had these for probably 6, 7, 8, 9, even probably, no, not 10 years. Probably 8 or 9 years, and they've, for the most part, held up really well. I did use their bigger brush blush for the longest time, and after a while, after washing it and drying it and doing all that stuff, the bristles in the middle did start to get bendy and it just wouldn't form anymore. So I did have to throw that one away. But all of these eye ones right here really held up. I use these shader brushes all the time. I use this one to apply my upper eyeliner or gel eyeliner. A nice big shader fluffy brush right there, and then an angled brush like that. I usually apply my highlighter with a brush like this. So really like the EcoTools brushes, especially if you are brand new to makeup or have been using the little applicators that come in all the drugstore ones. Definitely pick yourself up a set of brushes. They will do you wonders when it comes to doing your makeup. The next set of brushes I want to talk about are the Real Technique brushes. I absolutely love these, and they are so comparable to higher end brushes. Little backstory for you. When I was about ready to get married, I didn't want to do my makeup myself. I didn't feel that competent with everything else that was going to happen that day, and I didn't even want to think about that. So I was going to bring all my makeup to somebody and just have them do it for me because I just didn't want to even bother with it. 2 people later and a lot of money later, I cried and they just did not do my makeup the way that I wanted it. So I kind of got it into my mind that I had to do my makeup for myself that day. And so I did want a really nice brush set in order to start perfecting that makeup look for that day. So I did drop some money on these EcoTools brushes, and I'll just go through the ones I have really fast. These come in packs. You can get them on Ulta. If you are going to buy these, wait until they have the BOGO sale, or buy one, get one half, and that'll make a huge price difference. So I'll go ahead and go through these. These orange ones came in a set. Those aren't orange. These orange ones right here came in a set. I'm not sure if there was another one, but I'll link everything below. This first brush right here, this is the buffing brush. I use this to apply my blush. Yeah, my blush. I like it because it's really small. It's really precise. And you could probably even use this for applying your foundation as well. But really like this. It goes right onto the top of your apples of your cheeks, and you just blend it out, and it looks absolutely fabulous. I like this brush a lot. The next brush is the foundation brush. I do not use this for foundation. I will use this to contour my nose, my chin. Yeah, that's it. But I have seen other people use it for concealer, and I guess it would probably make a really good concealer brush too. But yeah, I use the sides of it to contour my nose, my chin. Like this brush as well. The next brush is the contour brush. Don't use it for contour brush either. Never used any of these brushes for what they're intended for, but I use this to set the powder on my concealer under my eyes, and then I will use whatever's left over to powder whatever else needs to be powdered. And a single brush that I bought, would probably never purchase if I could go back and do it all over again, is this pink one right here. This is intended for blush. I don't like it because as soon as you push it down, it kind of just fans out, and I like my blush applied a little bit more precisely, and so I do not use this for blush. If I ever do use this, if I applied way too much blush and it's just like bam, pow, pink, whatever, I will go back through with this and really just blend it out, because it does have that dual fiber bristles that I really like a lot, so I will use that for this. But like I said, I wouldn't go back and purchase this one. Another brush that I bought that it was a single brush is this one. It is their Stippling Brush. I'm guessing people use this to apply their foundation. I do not, of course. I break all the rules here, but I will use this to apply a cream blush if I'm going to use it. The Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush, the NYX, what is it called? The NYX Cream Blush. I have a couple of those, and this applies really nicely because some of those are so pigmented that they come off and they're just like bam on your face. And so I like this because it picks up the least amount of product, and then you can really blend it out with this. So like this brush a lot for doing cream blushes. And I don't know if I picked this one up singly. I'm going to say yes. But once again, setting brush, don't use it for setting. I use it for highlighting. Get my highlighter, pat it on there, do it on the tops of my cheeks, down the center of my nose, and then I run off whatever's else on my forehead, my cupid's bow, and just a little bit on my chin. So like this one for highlighting. Use this every single day. The next one, and I want to say this came with a lot more brushes than what I'm seeing now. It's the purple set, and I think these are like the basic eye tools one. This one I did use for the longest time. This is the brow brush. Oh, and I did use this for my brows. So I like it because it's a little bit more thicker. I like thicker brows. So yeah, I use this with my E.L.F. eyebrow kit, and I will mix the two, and I will apply this. I forgot all about this brush. I really like it though. Yay for Real Techniques. Okay, and then the next brush, and this is super important because this saved my little crease life, okay? This next brush is the Base Shadow Brush, and I did not use this as a base shadow. It is more, it's flat, but it's dual fiber, but it still has that rounded dome on top. I used this before I ever bought a Sigma brush to do crease work and outer crease work, and I thought this was great at blending all those darker crease colors in and just getting really nice finish. So this little puppy probably saved my wedding day makeup, whatever. Really like this brush. I've not used it since purchasing some Sigma brushes, so sorry. All right, the next set of brushes I want to mention are the E.L.F. brushes, and I haven't tried all of them. I haven't purchased a set or anything like that. I've just kind of picked up brushes as I went along, and similar to the EcoTool brushes, some have really failed me, and then others have held up for just years. So I will mention the one that failed. It was the larger face, but it was an angled, I think it was a contour brush because I did use it for contouring. But after washing it and doing everything like that, the bristles just started to get really deformed, and so I ended up throwing it away, and I would never purchase that brush again. But I will just mention some. I want to say that I have more than this, but I can't find them right now. So the first one is this white one. I want to say I picked this up at Dollar General, one of the first brushes I ever purchased, and it's just a large shader brush. I use this to pack in all my foundation, especially if I'm going to put down an eyeshadow base. I will take this with whatever eyeshadow I'm going to apply and just really pack it on my lid. As you can see, I used this brush. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Did I? I'm almost certain I use this brush right here to pack on this garnet color from the Lorac palette, and it's just awesome, and it has really good color payoff, and I really like this brush. I use it quite a bit. And then the next one, and I don't use this as much as I thought I would, but this is for applying your mascara so you don't get it all over the place. If you have hooded eyes like me, something like this is really going to help you just apply your mascara better, more precise. And so I do use it every now and then, but I didn't use it as much as I thought I would. So you can get this anywhere. Target, I've seen them on their website. Shipping's pretty cheap. And then the last one is just this angled eyeliner brush. I use this all the time. It's really teeny tiny. So once again, if you have hooded eyes like I do, and you want to just get a smaller type of line on top of here without having it huge and making your eyes appear more small, this is your brush. And this is $1. $1. I mean, you remember those commercials, who's got $1 or what can I buy for $1? You can buy this, and it's awesome, and I like it a lot. So comparable to the Sigma angled whatever brush, because it's so tiny. But so like this a lot. Okay, the next set of brushes I kind of feel silly for mentioning because I only have 2, but I really wish I had more because just the quality of these 2 alone really tells me that they're really good, high quality brushes. And I surprisingly haven't seen them around YouTube that much. But they are the Makeupgeek brushes. And if you don't know what Makeupgeek is, she's a YouTuber, self-made, and has made her own makeup line that I just absolutely love. I've bought a lot of products from them and have not been disappointed. Check them out. Eyeshadows are very comparable to MAC, but like half the price. And their pigments, their loose pigments are just absolutely gorgeous. I only have 2, but I just want to buy so many more. But I will mention their makeup brushes. I think they want to say they run for about $6 or $7 a piece. So not that bad when they are comparable to those higher end brushes such as Sigma or here are the brushes. This is the mini concealer brush. C421, that's what it looks like. I use this to smudge out my underliner or smudge it in with a different color to get that really smoky effect. You could use it for probably spot concealing. I wouldn't conceal under the eyes with this because it is so small. You can be mad by the time you're done. Or if you want to apply a little bit of shadow, this is a really good brush as well. And the last brush, or the only other brush I have by Makeupgeek is their, it's called the Outer V brush, and this is what it looks like. It is just a short dome shader brush, and this is awesome for applying your outer V, your darker colors, to really get in there and then blend it out with, of course, a bigger brush. So really like their brushes. They just feel very high quality. So love these a lot, and I want to try some more. And of course, the last set of brushes that I want to mention are, of course, the Sigma brushes, and these are everybody's holy grail brushes and everybody's I love Sigma brushes. So I can't say enough how much I love these brushes, and I don't think it's just because they're so popular. They do really make a huge difference when it comes to applying makeup and applying it well and blending and doing all those special techniques that makeup has. So I'm only going to mention a couple. I do have a lot more than this, and I'm slowly building up my collection, but I'm going to mention just a couple. This is the Flat Top Kabuki F80 brush. This is by Sigma. I use this every single day to apply my foundation. I like this way better than the Beauty Blender. I hate to say it. I didn't think it could get better than the Beauty Blender, but love this. Jaclyn Hill, thank you for recommending this. I probably will never ever apply my foundation any differently than with this unless something absolutely amazing comes out. So F80 Flat Top Kabuki brush, and I'll link everything below like I said so you can know where to find them if you do want to try them out. Love this brush. Alright, and so, okay, the first brush I ever bought, of course, is the infamous tapered E40 blending brush. This is what it looks like. I think it's comparable to the MAC 211 or 221 or 201, similar to MAC's tapered blending brush. So this is what it looks like, just a very large dome blending brush. If I'm going to do any type of crease work, which I usually do on a daily basis, I will go in with this fat baby and I will blend everything out, and it will just look so flawless, get rid of all those harsh lines. Love, love, love this brush. I've never seen anything like this anywhere else, except for, of course, at MAC, but I love this. And I think it's cheaper than MAC's brush, too, so love it. Oh. Okay, and so the second brush that I invested in, because everybody was like, oh, hooded eyes, and you need this for hooded eyes, and I have hooded eyes. So it's the Blending E25 brush, similar to the large dome E40 brush, but it's just smaller and it's a little bit more rectangular. I will initially, okay, if I apply my light base eyeshadow and then I'm ready for crease work, I will dip this into whatever shadow I am using and I will lightly pack it in here, and then I will just start making my windshield wiper motions, my little circles, and I love that. I apply this use this usually before I do my E40 brush, and it's just works like a charm. It blends everything out. Love it. Love it. Okay, the next two are from the Basic Eyes kit. I did pick up this set Black Friday when it was 20%. And so two standout brushes from that collection are the large shading E60 brush. This is what it looks like. It's just a large shader brush, and so it's just smooth, and the color payoff is just wonderful with this. So I will apply whatever I'm applying all over to my lid. I will also do my highlighter with this, and you can always do inner corner work with this as well. So love this brush. Okay, I'll do another hooded eyes brush. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. It's tapered blending E45 brush. Once again, this came in my no, maybe my mom bought me this. I don't know. I don't know if you can buy this singly or not, but if you can see, it's just that large dome, but then it comes to a fine, kind of a fine point. It's just really good for getting in there, cut crease, anything like that. This is the brush to go to. Love that brush. Okay, and so the last brush, and I'll make this fast, is the Pencil E30 brush, and this is what it looks like, just a small tapered to a fine point, and I will use this after I apply my whatever underneath. I will use this to go in and smoke out all that color right there, and I love this brush. I've been using this quite a bit for smoky eyes. As you can see, I applied eyeliner right here, and then I went in with a different pigment and just really smoked it out. I will let you know where I store all my brushes. I used to store them in little tiny cups, and that wasn't working anymore because they were just getting overwhelming. And so I did purchase, and I think this runs for $15 on Amazon. It's just the E.L.F, the eyes, lip, and face case, and I keep all my brushes and then some. As you can see, I have eyeliners in here and everything. So I don't put them in the right spots because obviously my face one would be overwhelmingly, and everything wouldn't fit in there. So this is where I keep all my brushes. I'm hoping to get maybe another one of these someday, and then they will all fit in the right place. Who knows? But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and comment below, letting me know if there's any other type of brushes that you have found that might be more inexpensive, or those like cannot live without type of brushes that you've used that have been like so awesome. Go ahead and comment below, and let me know if there's any tutorials or anything that you'd like to see from me. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Goodbye, Abby. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye, everybody.